Hello and welcome to today's video. My name's Mackenzie and today I'm going to be doing a review and I'm going to be reviewing Red Rising by Pierce Brown. So the first half of this review is going to be spoiler free, the second half will be spoilers included. So I've gone over pretty much the basics of this book many times, and at the beginning of this book there is a map. Yep. So the map at the beginning makes no sense whatsoever. It's not until later on in the story that it makes sense. This book is about Darrow and it is from his point of view, and he's a hell diver and he pretty much just mines Mars for the rest of Earth to inhabit Mars because Earth is dying. And they are mining for helium-3, I believe it was. So you could breathe. Yeah. He's very interesting to read about. I really like reading about him. All of the other characters are actually very interesting too. Even the characters you hate, you just actually really like reading about them because they're very interesting and you wonder what they're going to do next. So this book, I really enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend it. It is very interesting and I would really recommend picking it up without knowing anything about it. That is the way to really read it. You don't want to know anything before you read it. That's pretty much all I have to say. Just go in, face first, just dive right in and read it. It's a very good book. You won't regret it. I feel like this is a book that many people will like. At the top it says Ender, Katniss, and now Darrow. So if you liked Ender's Game and Hunger Games, you'll most likely definitely like this book. Ender's Game, Hunger Games. This should be Red Rising Game. Anyways, right. So this book is set in Mars, and they are underground. They are a mining community. They just mine, and the society is set up by color. So they are red. Darrow's red, so he's the lowest in the spectrum. He just does all the grunt work. And then there's other colors. You will learn about the colors when you read it. I don't want to give away anything, but you pretty much just know about the red and the gold. Gold is the highest color and they are in charge. There's a few different types of gold, so that'll be more relevant as you progress through the book. Some parts are violent and some parts are a bit graphic, so if you're kind of squeamish, there are some violent parts in it, but it added to the story. It didn't really take away at all. Okay, so that's pretty much all you need to know before you pick it up. You don't really need to know much, just that it's about Darrow and it's a really good book and you should probably buy it and start reading it now. So now on to the spoiler section. So Darrow is married to Io, and at the beginning of the book I think he's either like 16 or 17, and at the end of the book he's around 18. And yeah, so the beginning of the book, some books start off slower and they pick up later on. This book just hit you right at the beginning. Io, his wife, dies. And she's a really nice character. She's sweet, she's funny, she's a good character, and she just dies. And it was so sad. It was at the beginning of the book. She just dies. She shows Darrow a hidden room in the silk factory that she works at, and it has grass and trees and animals, and it shows him that there is more than what they are allowed to know, and he should really live for something greater than just mining and being her husband. He needs to live for more and find out what the Golds and their leaders are hiding from them. So they get caught by Golds going to the secret room, and they ended up being whipped in front of people to show them that they must, to show others that they must obey orders. And when she is being whipped, she sings a forbidden song and ends up getting hung. And in this world, since it's Mars and gravity is different, they have to pull the feet to actually die, and they always get a loved one to do that, so Darrow had to pull the feet of his wife. That was sad. And then they just let the body hang there and rot. So Darrow takes her body down and buries it in the garden that they found. And since there's cameras everywhere, they saw him do that, and then he gets hung. And you're just, at that point, you're kind of like, what is happening? They just died. Like, where is the story going to go? But the person who pulled his feet, it didn't actually pull hard enough to kill him, just to like knock him out. Okay, so then his uncle and a few other people pull some strings, like turn off cameras, so they're able to like cut him down and bury him. And then he comes up, he's out of the ground, he crawls out, and then he gets taken by a dancer and another girl, and then he realizes that there's this underground resistance happening, and he is now a part of it. He undergoes transformations to become a gold, so his whole body is reconstructed, and he looks completely different after the procedure. His hair gets dyed blonde, he gets new eyes, like everything about him is completely different. Everything. So he has to learn how to control his new body and that he's stronger than he was. And then once he's done resting and training, he goes to school. So the school that he goes to is very harsh. They have to kill another kid. They get paired into rooms and they find out that they have to kill them. Oh right, after they get picked. Yeah, so it's a very intimidating school. Like, you have to kill someone after you had like a nice dinner, made friends, you get paired off into rooms, only one of them can continue on. So he kills a very important student, Cassius's little brother. And yeah, so he kills a kid to a very important family in the gold community, and the older brother who Darrow becomes friends with finds out that Darrow actually killed his brother, and that gets crazy. So after they kill someone, then they go into like this fake war. That's when this map becomes relevant, because Darrow is in House Mars, and that is this one. And yeah. So each proctor has chose students, and their students are in each different one. Yeah. And it's just a ridiculous story. It's just like all these kids are just like killing each other or badly wounding each other, and they want to be on top. If you are the leader of your house and if you win this, you have the most respect, you can go into the nicest house after. The nicest gold house to get trained and be an apprentice. So you really want to succeed in this fake war game, and you do not want to be shunned. A lot of bad things happen during the fake war. You learn that the head honcho gold, I forget his name, but he's pulling strings so his son wins the game. And Darrow doesn't like that, so he gathers people to rally against the proctors. This book is fantastic. Lots of people die in it, and you hate a lot of characters, but they're also such interesting characters that you love a lot of the ones you hate. It's a very interesting feeling. Yeah, so this was the first book. The second book is Golden Sun, and I haven't started that one yet, but I'm looking forward to it a lot. This book, I really liked it. I would definitely recommend it. My friend recommended it to me, and I'm very glad she did. I actually read it, and then we went to go to a book signing in the States, and we got to meet Pierce Brown. He's very nice, very attractive. It's a lot shorter than I thought. So we actually got to meet him, and that was really cool, and his mom and dad were at the signing. I didn't talk to them because that would just be weird. But that was cool. His whole family was there to support him, which was nice to see. So thank you for watching my Red Rising review. I know it was kind of all over the place. My mind kind of jumps around like that. And yeah, basically it's just an awesome story, and you should just pick up the book and read it. That's basically the message of this one. And it was a fantastic book. I definitely loved it. And if you actually haven't read the book and just watched this whole review, I'm sorry, I spoiled a lot for you. I'm sorry. You shouldn't watch the spoiler section if you haven't read it. I will try and type one up soon. I kind of feel like I'm getting the flu though. When I'm sick, I just don't want to sit on the screen, the computer. The screen hurts my head and gives me a headache. So I probably won't type it up today, but hopefully within the next few days I will have a written review of this up on my blog. And if you don't know how to find it, if you go to my page, it'll be in the top right hand corner. I think it'll be like here. And I'll say blog spot. And if you just click it, it'll take you to my blog. I only have 2 reviews up right now, and I'm sorry for all the grammatical errors I made. Bye.